Hello from Podil. This is Metro Terrace, Shashenkova, and my apartment buying experience here in Kyiv, Ukraine continues. Yes, I am aware it is insane because Ukraine is under attack, it's under war, and this month Russia has really stepped it up with attacks both in Sumy as well as the ones in Kyiv, hitting right in the city center, which is insane.
On April 13th, Russia launched a brutal double-tap attack on the northeastern Ukrainian city of Sumy. 2 ballistic missiles rocked the city center on Palm Sunday, killing at least 35 people, including 2 children, and shocking Ukraine and the world. The strike is the latest in a series of deadly attacks on civilians that have intensified since Russia agreed to a partial ceasefire but refused a full truce with Ukraine.
So yeah, I understand this is not normal, but people live here, man. Like, millions of people live here, and life does go on. I truly believe in the future of Ukraine, that not only is it going to survive, but it's going to thrive, and that my home and my heart is here. I've been living here since before the war, and I plan to live here long after the war. So I'm taking the risk. I know it's a big risk, but I'm taking the risk. And just like the millions of other people that live here, they're also taking a risk by living here, but they choose to live here. This is their home. This is the place they've chosen to live, and a lot of them actually can leave to other parts of Europe. I know some of them can't, but there's plenty of people that can leave and they still choose to stay. So I'm actually a little bit early to this apartment viewing, and I thought, you know what, this is actually a perfect chance to show you around this neighborhood. It's called Podil. It's kind of the old capital of Kyiv, I guess, if it makes sense. And there's a lot of places here that I've always wanted to check out. Lots of good restaurants, cafes. The pink one here is really famous. This one's called Laka, and it's famous for being all pink. But it's also supposed to be a good coffee shop and a good cafe. Let me just show you around a little bit while we're here. It's funny, even their uniforms are pink. Welcome to the fairy tale. Oh my god, it really is so pink. Hello, Dorena. Can I just take a look at the cake?
Your sister?
Yeah, thank you. Hello, Dobry. Okay, let's see what they have. I'm surprised the cakes aren't all pink, but these look really good. And actually, that looks really nice. It's pistachio on her hair. Laka. Oh my god, it's so pink in here. Even the ceilings. Okay, дякую. Alright. Well, you can see why girls like this place, and probably really flamboyant guys, but it's surprising half the staff are guys, and they're all wearing a bright pink. I shouldn't be speaking, I'm wearing baby blue right now, but okay, it is cool. This is right by the metro, and I think we're just like a block and a half away. Really cool location for this apartment. It's another brick 5-story Khrushchevka, which is, you know, the older building stock built kind of like what, 50s to 80s or something. But the brick one's a lot warmer than the panel houses, so I'm okay with that. And from photos, it looks like it might be livable without a renovation. And this was on the 2nd floor, hopefully. Best of all, it's only a 2 metro stops away from the center, Maidan. And if you ever come to Kyiv, you'll probably be told to come here. Not as the first destination, that'll probably be somewhere in the city center, but as the second location, where once you've kind of seen all that, it's cool. Like, there's the big Ferris wheel, lots of great cafes, lots of great restaurants. It's kind of the up and coming area of Kyiv. The problem, from a real estate investment point of view, is if you ask anyone kind of in the know, they'll say Podil's been the up and coming area for the last 7 or 10 years. So value-wise, I don't know if it's ever going to go up, but it kind of checks all my boxes. Near a subway, price range. This one is going to be $51,000. Sorry, But this one's much smaller. Only 34 square meters. But let's try to hope that we can squeeze in there. And let's check out some of the amenities while we're here. This would be my closest supermarket. It's Atabet, which I love. I really hope this isn't the building because it looks like the entrance is being worked on. Oh crap, it is. Well, good news, this is way closer to the metro and the supermarket than I previously thought. Bad news is I have no idea what they're doing here. So they're doing something to the facade. There's some workers up there putting in new windows or something on the side of the wall. I wonder what it is. It looks like they're adding insulation to the front of it, which is nice, I guess, because it makes it warmer. Just foam insulation. It also covers up the nice, beautiful brick, though. This is something that I would have to investigate more if I was going to buy it, because they don't randomly just spend money beautifying or making things better for no reason. The neighborhood street itself is great. It wouldn't be easy to park a car here, but I sold my car anyways, and I don't plan on getting another. The metro's so close, you really don't need one. Oh. Definitely some work being done on this. I'm not sure if the apartment for sale is facing the courtyard or facing the front, but if it's facing the courtyard, it would be super quiet. This is what I kind of like about these designs. A lot of the entrances are actually in the back anyways. The photos that the agent posted were not very good. Agents in Ukraine are never good, guys. They're always freaking so terrible. But what are you gonna do? You gotta have someone show it to you, right? There's also some construction going on right here. I'm not sure what that's for. I don't recall this area ever actually getting bombed. So this might just be actual construction. Like repair work. And it looks like this bottom floor is empty. So maybe someone bought this out to build a business. So when you have a grandma here cleaning her rug. One bad thing about being right next to a shop, though, you're probably gonna have people drinking alcohol and beer here, just as a place to go. But that's kind of what you get for, you know, the convenience and the location, right? There's always pros and cons and trade-offs of it, but I definitely wouldn't want to be on the first floor, but the second might be okay. And right across the street, it looks like there's a really nice cafe there too. But let's check out this Wartime. It is kind of a nice family neighborhood as well. So people do actually live here in this neighborhood. It's not just for tourists, even though tourists do like coming here on weekends. It's probably going to be similar to the other one you saw, so I won't give too big of a tour, but this one's definitely bigger, at least better laid out and definitely newer. I don't remember seeing as big of a bakery area on the last one either, so yeah, this one's great. I would happily shop here every day. Again, not the best meat section, but this one's okay actually. This one seems to have a good enough selection, if that makes sense. Alright, I'm happy. And right across the street you have a doner kebab. And a couple of little random things. You know what, let's walk around a little bit more around this neighborhood since we have time. Definitely a safe place. So if you have been to Podil before, or Kyiv before, you're probably wondering where is the actual like main center with the Ferris wheel. And luckily it's only like a 10 or 15, maybe a 15-minute walk that way. But what's nice about Podil, it's flat, there's shops and everything, so it's a relatively nice walk. It'd be great to use these like little rental bicycles and stuff as well. Just an easy place to live. And here's this passport office thing. New construction, not bombed. Ideally the building would be this like really nice brick, but I think this is more pre-Soviet times. And they're a lot more expensive. I've looked around. Oh, but look, I can buy some fruits and vegetables right here in the corner. Okay, I checked on a map. It's a 19-minute walk to the Ferris wheel. Also to like the really cool stuff. But if I'm gonna go to like Jitovan Theater or a lot of the restaurants and stuff around here, then it's pretty close by. This is weird to live right behind though, because it's so abandoned. But at the same time, you know, I'm pretty sure this neighborhood will expand and get nicer and nicer, especially after the war. It already has been. There's a kind of a San Francisco style tram here, and this is a cool restaurant actually that we can check out. Wouldn't mind eating here sometimes. Hello? Can I use the bathroom first?
Yes.
Thank you. Wow, it's actually a really beautiful restaurant. I'd be more than happy to have this be my neighborhood go-to spot. I took a look at the menu. It's Azerbaijani food, which is very delicious. All the food in that region is delicious. I don't have that much time. I'm gonna meet the guy in 20 minutes, but I'm gonna come back here and eat dinner after, and then I'll show you the rest around Podil. And maybe we can get a drink, because there's great bars around here too. Just a block away, another cool coffee shop bar with dogs sitting outside, little cafes. It kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, what's like the cool hipster areas of cities with kind of the old and the new. They're kind of all blending in my head because I think almost every city has that area. You know, like in San Francisco we have like the Haight area, Haight-Ashbury. In New York you have like Brooklyn. In Athens you'd have like that anarchist area with the graffiti. But just like where like young people go, there's a bunch of graffiti everywhere. But also with that comes a lot of cool cafes and restaurants and bars and stuff. But what's unique about here is they also have this like old architecture, the wood and stuff. You know, all these old buildings. This is a very ancient area, and you feel it mixed with the new, but it hasn't been fully gentrified yet, especially not this end. 15 minutes that way, it feels a very like commercial city center, but here, I feel like people still live here. And just up kind of this hill area, I think this is the Witch's Hill. I've only been there once, I'm not quite sure. So I don't know if you've heard this, but all Ukrainian women in Kyiv are witches. I didn't say it. This is what I've heard from the Ukrainian women in Kyiv. And if you ask any of them, most of them probably be like, yeah, we are. At least they're like a descendant or ancestors from them. And from what I've heard, from legend has it, this hill is where they used to go to do their magic spellcraft stuff. And from the kind of the way the buildings here look, you can kind of imagine how or why, right? I don't specifically remember how to get up there, and I don't actually have time right now. But it's cool knowing I can go for a little hike. Just a few minutes walk from my house. They're putting up flyers for some events. Excuse me, do you speak English?
Yeah, I speak.
Do you know, is this the Witch's Hill?
Sorry, I don't know this name about what hill. I know that, как называется эта гора? It's Щековица.
Okay.
And if you need which hill?
Yes.
Дальше, где ведьминый холм?
Нет.
No, sorry, we don't know.
I heard that all women in Ukraine are witches.
Он говорит, что он слышал, что все женщины в Украине ведьмы. Я не знаю, что это.
Is it true?
Это правда?
Не все, не знаю.
Not all of them.
Some.
Деякі. Yeah, I think
You think it's true?
yeah, I think it's true, but I will not translate it to her.
On думайте это правда.
Понятно.
Yeah. But
so-
the hill is not here, no?
This hill is Щековица because one of the founder of Kiev was Czech.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and it's like his hill.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, дякую. Have a good day. That was a fun interaction. So yeah, the rumor is not just me. It's just like it's a local legend, local folklore, and ironically, you would think that like women would be offended if you're like, you know, I heard all American women are witches. You're like, what the fuck? No fuck, you know, cancel. But in Ukraine, they're like, yeah, we are. That's how we kept Russia away for so many years. But either way, I don't know if that's the hill or that's a different one. But here we are walking by this really old church. This is definitely not a Orthodox church. This would be something much different. It's strange. It's not even on Google Maps, but there's probably some information about it here. What this is. Let's go take a look. It's an old wooden church. It's beautiful from outside. And let's take a look inside. Hello. Добрый вечер. Wow, beautiful, guys. Look at this. Jesus on the cross. All these beautiful paintings and wow. But definitely one of the most impressive parts is just the architecture itself and building itself. I haven't seen a wooden church like this really anywhere. Дякую. So I just looked it up. It is a Ukrainian Orthodox church, but I'm not sure why it's built in this wooden style, but it's beautiful. Oh, yeah? Okay, leave it there. Oh, sorry. He's doing the floors. Luckily, I didn't damage it. One thing I really like about churches in Ukraine is they're all open. You can just go in. Meanwhile, in a lot of places in Europe, like France or Italy, you have to pay to go to the churches. It feels very strange, you know? Like, I understand they have a lot of tourism there, so they just have a lot of people going. But I've heard from my religious friends that churches should always be open to everybody for free. And if you ever start charging for it, it becomes a museum, and it's no longer a place of worship. Although, you know, I'm not religious myself, so to be fair, I'm not worshiping anyone. Really, really cool style and people here. Definitely a younger crowd. All right, well, it's exactly 7 p.m. So I'm gonna go meet the agent. Let's see who it is. Check out the actual unit. Again, it's a studio basically with a separate kitchen. And I'm thinking, you know, yes, it's a it's going to be about the same price, maybe like $5,000 more than the other one, which I'm still waiting on because they're not even in Ukraine. And they can't even sell it until they come back anyways. So while I wait for that, I'm gonna check out a few more places. And here, I feel like I'll still have the benefits of having a cheaper place so I can continue renting out mine as a full-time income. I don't have to be like right in the heart of the city center. At least, even though this is kind of a center, it still feels, you know, like people live here. Like I never once seen kids on scooters playing, you know, where I live because people don't actually live there. And I'm literally right next to a metro, so I can get everywhere. The supermarket's next door, coffee shops, restaurants, way more coffee shops and restaurants than the other place. And if I ever needed to in the future, I can actually rent this out pretty easily because it is a cool area. I tried really hard to get one of these old pre-revolutionary ones to fix up, but they're so expensive here, or just in general. And it's so hard to fix anything now because labor prices and material prices are high. Hello.
Hello. I don't speak very good English.
Okay. Я говорю чуть-чуть по-русски. Не очень хорошо, но можно.
Хорошо. Сейчас тогда я звоню.
So she's saying that they're going to be wrapping this entire building in that insulation, which makes me feel like maybe it wasn't very warm before while insulation inside, even though it's brick. But either way, if they're doing it and they're already working on it, that's a benefit, I assume. It'd be a little bit less noisy because even though it's not a super noisy street, because it's a small street, you know, it's still a busy area, so people driving by and like cars and stuff everywhere. And it's always a plus if you can insulate for the winter. Oh! Ah! No. He look at wearing jeans. He actually kind of not bit me, but he kind of pretended to bite me. Oh! Veliki Bolshoi Subaka. Oh, Gopnik Subak. I really hope it's on this inside and on the outside, but I think either way I'd be okay with it. No balcony though, which would be one of the downside and one of the first times I won't have a balcony at all. It won't be a big deal for me because I don't smoke, but if I ever rent it out. Okay, so here's the entrance.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Then you have to drive.
So here we go, here's the entrance. So you come in, closet here. You have the kitchen here, bathroom here. Here's a bedroom. I guess I'll show you guys the kitchen first. So, I guess we are on the second floor, because I guess we went up a floor already. Nice new windows, which is good. This has like, what do you call the landlord special renovation, kind of like the most basic renovation possible, but kind of new kitchen. This is kind of ghetto, you see they didn't even bother taping it, they painted, so you can tell right away this isn't a good renovation, but this looks fine actually. This will clean up relatively nicely. Brick. There's room for a table. There's a fridge.
Here's the bathroom.
Bathroom? Okay, I'll take a look at the end. So here's the actual main room, the only room. Room for a big couch. Desk in the corner.
I'll help you.
Oh, thank you. Is it your place? Or you own it? You're the owner? Who are you renting?
I'm not the owner. 22-й выбрал поставить ноутбук, это рабочий, ну и все.
And the bed kind of in the corner.
Okay.
Okay. And last room? Oh no, is that a closet?
No,
That's a
it
closet.
was a closet, but now like dressing room, you can open.
But можно. Oh wow, nice. So it's kind of a walk-in closet and washing machine, very important. Okay. And the last room is the bathroom. I don't know who did this design. Half tub. That's okay. This needs to be repainted, but this is tight, but that's okay. I actually liked it in some ways better than I expected. And then in some ways, it's more ghetto than I expected. If that makes sense. Like it needs to have a cosmetic renovation inside. Because I think the guy living there, so the guy living there is just friends with the owner. And he's been like kind of living there, you know, as a kind of a homey price, you know. And I think while he was there, he renovated it himself. And that's why it's kind of ghetto, the way he renovated it. But I think if I went in, mostly coat of paint, change a couple things, actually would be all right. Like it wouldn't be that bad, if that makes sense. And from this exit, I'm actually right here, which I'm gonna go eat at right now because I'm starving. Oh wow, there's a nice little sitting area that I didn't even notice. You kind of see where these people are. It's not quite a park, but it's like a nice sitting area, if that makes sense. Kind of a park. Anyways, let's eat here because I'm hungry. This is Obliprinchka tea, also known as sea buckthorn. Well, guys, guess who just made an offer? Cheers. Oh, this needs some sugar. So the asking price of this apartment is $52,000, which is actually slightly less than the other one, but it also is smaller. The one that I offered in that Bob and Yard neighborhood, that one is 44 square meters, and it's a two-room apartment, 1 bedroom, 1 living room. This one is 34 square meters, and it's only 1 room. But what I like about it, and the reason why I thought maybe this will work, is if you notice the bed kind of tucks in that corner behind the door. And I feel like if I either just make the bed and keep the door open, I don't really notice it that much, or I can even put like a little drape or something, and it'll just kind of be like a little sleeping nook. You know, what I don't want to do is stare at the bed all day or just look at it all day, if that makes sense. Like if I'm there's some studios where you're just forced to stare at your bed all day, you know, no matter what you're doing, whether you're on the couch or on the computer. That I don't want. But when I was living in Thailand and I had that little separation, I realized, you know what? I don't need that much space actually. I'm a pretty simple guy. This is nice. Have you ever had sea buckthorn before? Do you even know what this is? Cheers, guys. Let's see if they accept my my offer. I offered 50 grand. So 2,000 less. Let's see if they take it. The thing that is super annoying is this agent, and actually all the agents for this specific property want 5%, which is a lot of money. It's $2,500, which is significantly more than the $1,500 for the other place. Like that I would pay, even though I'm not happy to pay it because they're not doing much. But for $2,500 or $600 for basically just showing me the door, that's gonna add, like if I paid full price, it would be $5,500 now all of a sudden. And that makes the price per square meter more than I'd want to spend. Oh, wow. This looks really good. This is like some kind of meatballs with scrambled eggs and greens. And this is some kind of nice bread as well. I'm excited. So, while waiting to hear back if they've accepted my slightly lower offer of $2,000 discount, which, you know, I don't think is very unreasonable. It's, you know, it's not like I'm asking for some crazy amount off. But if they accept it, Johnny's buying a new apartment, guys. Cheers. Tasty. That was it, guys. $10 exactly. Fantastic. Guys, really good place. Definitely recommend it. I would happily live right across the street and here every day. And you know it's good because a bunch of Caucasian-looking dudes were also eating here. By the way, when I say Caucasian, are you guys think Americans are probably just thinking white Americans? No, Caucasians are the Azerbaijani, Georgian-looking guys with the big nose. I don't know why in America we call white people Caucasian. They're not. Like, I mean, most Americans are not Caucasian. Makes sense. Where the hell that term even came from in the U.S.? Like how people messed it up so bad? I have no idea. Caucasia, the Caucasus Mountains. In like Central Asia. Well, I could walk back that way and hop on the metro home, but I want to check out more of my neighborhood or my potential neighborhood and see what the walk is like from here to like the actual center of Podil, which I've looked up. It's exactly 1 kilometer. It's about a 15-minute walk, half a mile. It's nice that there's a little kind of park area to walk through. It's a really quiet neighborhood. To be honest, I would probably rather live in like this building here, which is a 5-minute walk to the metro and the supermarket, than be right next to it. It's almost a bit overkill to be that close, but it is convenient. Not only is it convenient, but also it'll probably make it better for rent if I ever do rent it out. Because I probably will get tired of living in a 1-room apartment. You know, at some point, especially if I had a girlfriend or something, then it'd be way too small to be in a studio apartment with 2 people. Guys, I feel like Google Maps is wrong in this area. Everything feels much closer than it says. This is a cinema that I went to. I go to pretty often, actually. It's Zoften. They played a lot of like documentaries and kind of short films here. It's the oldest cinema in Kyiv. It's not a place where you would go watch like a blockbuster movie, but it's a place you would go watch, you know, like short films, documentaries, foreign language films, if that makes sense. And there's a really kind of nice park and sitting area connected to it. This is a really good area. We're super close to it. Here's the Irish pub. And another cafe called Stories, which is really cool. This is a Japanese ramen place that I really like, especially in the winter. There's a lot of good restaurants around here. Like within a pretty easy 10-minute walk, like a nice walk. This is the fancy shawarma place called Nunu Burgers. Here's a really good kind of plow place on the corner as well. And here's the other metro station. And of course, with every metro station, there's a Pizza Hut, so it's nice to have. You know, the strange thing about Podil is there's 3 metro stations that really shouldn't exist. Don't get me wrong, it's nice that there's multiple stops, but it's such a short distance between each one, and it's such a nice walk. They should just have 1 metro station, like the middle one. But I mean, I guess it's here for a reason. I don't know what the reason is, but it's here. And even though this is a better area technically because it's more happening, there's more stuff here, I would actually rather live next to that other metro station because it's quieter. And I feel like there you actually have people living. While here it just feels like it's only people going out and drinking or tourists. But yeah, there's a lot of history here, guys. Like all these little random little churches and stuff that we're passing. Look how nice this little hipster coffee shop is. Beautiful. It's night. I think they're about to close now because it's evening. But imagine come here during the day. It's really beautiful in here. A little ramen shop as well. Also closed for the evening, but great place for lunch probably. And is this my favorite bakery, guys? No. No, this is something else, but it's a nice restaurant. Oh, wait, is it? Is this it? No, this is a different one. But they also have nice cakes. Wait a minute, Joe. I'm sorry. I was like, that's not here. Oh, but guys, you can see it. Ferris wheel. Let's walk over there. Oh, you know what? You can also see, is it one of the St. Michael's? St. Sophia, one of the churches there as well. St. Andrew's. Beautiful guy, beautiful place. One of the metros. Nice big square. Lots of people just kind of sitting around, hanging out with their friends. More shawarmas. And here we are. Boom. We made it to the giant Ferris wheel. And what's really cool about this area is almost every weekend, especially during the summer, there's something happening. So like this kind of square here isn't just like a empty square for no reason. There's so many things here. I've even done sumo wrestling here, where they had like a athletics like expo or something. But yeah, there's almost kind of always something going on. Cars aren't allowed to drive on here, but sometimes you get little scooters and stuff. But yeah, what's nice is there's a river right here, the Dnipro, not far away, maybe 2 blocks away. The city center is not far away. It's like about a 10-minute drive that way. And fun fact about this Ferris wheel, it was only supposed to be temporary. It was put up for the World's Fair, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago or something. Probably in the 90s or 2000s. And people loved it so much, they asked for it to stay. And I'm glad they did, because even though this square is beautiful regardless, because it has a nice architecture, you can see the church and everything, this really kind of adds a lot to it. And that's perfect, guys. So, perfect timing. Let me know. What do you guys think? Would you buy this apartment for, what was it, $54,000 after everything? Listed for $52,000. Or would you rather buy the other one, the one I made an offer on last time, then waiting the owner to get back into the country? That's bigger. There's 2 rooms near that park, that memorial park, but not walking distance to all this cool stuff. Also closer to Metro. Also 3 stops from Metro. Or would you rather live here, which is a little bit louder, but definitely more lively, and in Podil, cool area. So now this is actually the main street where most people consider Podil. This is Rib's place. Some guys showing off on their motorcycles. And this is a closed off road, which is really cool. During summer, you'll see a bunch of tables right in the center, like right in the middle of the street, which is cool. Because lots of restaurants, people walking around. It's a really nice street. It's not a long street, but there's a little Prosecco bar. And people just love it here. Welcome to Podil, guys. What do you think of this neighborhood? Would you want to live by here? I'm thinking yes. Guys, I really hope this offer goes through.